Yeah, I'm outside in an AMG. Right outside.
The Detroit Pistons have a problem. You guys might be thinking, how could they have a problem? They're 14 and 18, playing some of the best basketball we've seen in years. They're the 10th seed, and things are looking really good. But that's the exact problem. So a couple of years back in 2020, when we traded for Isaiah Stewart in the draft, we traded a never-ending first-round pick. The protections on this thing are insane. They go on forever and ever and ever and ever. So the year is 2025. Yes, it already is 2025. And if the Pistons make the playoffs, not the play-in, the playoffs, they lose their pick. It gets sent to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So the Pistons have a problem because right now they are the 10th seed. So if they get into the play-in and they win 2 games, this is with the current seeding, their draft pick goes to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And this is one of the best draft classes, maybe the best draft class in years. And there's stars left and right. It's very comparable to 2023 with Victor Wembanyama, Argyasar Thompson, and many others. So this is not the draft class that you want to lose your first round pick, but I'm okay with it. I mean, we have watched losing basketball since 2019, maybe before then. This has been a never-ending rebuild, and it seems like we're finally seeing light at the other end of the tunnel. So that draft pick, some may say it's a problem. Some may say, oh, there's so much value. We have our second-round pick, and we have the Raptors' second-round pick, which is going to be like pick 33, which is pretty much a late first-rounder. So if there's someone that really, really catches our eye, now we can trade our future first. We can do whatever we want. And if we're going to be in contention years and years, those future firsts aren't going to be as valuable. So if there's someone that really, really catches our eye and we don't have our pick, I think we'll be able to get them. There's a lot of guys in this draft class that I think could be franchise-changing talents. There's not that many big men later in the draft, but lots of wings, lots of power forwards. So if the Pistons lose in the play-in, which I would not be too upset with, because seeing playoff basketball, play-in basketball, would just be incredible. I want them to get the 9 seed so they have a home play-in game. But if they win that game, then win the next one, we're in the playoffs. Who cares about a draft pick? Nobody will be thinking about a draft pick when the Detroit Pistons are in the playoffs. So, are we contenders this year to win the championship? No. We are not going to win the NBA championship. It's not going to happen. But it will be a lot of fun to finally make the playoffs, and we'll have the freedom to move on with all of our other picks, because right now we can't trade any of our picks. So this pick will finally go away. We might not get the star at the top of the class, but we might get playoff basketball. So you can look at it as a problem and say, well, if they win too much, they're going to lose their pick in one of the best draft classes. That pick will be like 14th, 13th, and you know damn well the Pistons are not moving up in the draft. So I think there's a lot of guys that you could trade up for if they really catch your eye, but I'm not too worried about losing that pick. And I really think that this is heading in the right direction, and I'm ready for that pick to go. So hopefully we see playoff basketball in Detroit. Is it a problem? You could say that. It's really not that big of a problem, because either way you're going to be happy. If you lose in the play-in, don't make the play-in, you're going to end up with a stud. If you win in the play-in and make the playoffs, we're going to get a playoff series. I mean, what more can you ask for? This is the best problem we have had in so many years. Normally I get on here talking about really bad problems and just organizational dysfunction, and now we're talking about, would we rather be in the playoffs or would we rather have a top 14 draft pick? That's not really a problem. So do the Pistons have a problem? You could say that. I don't think so. That's my take on this situation. This is my first YouTube video of 2025. The clock struck midnight. It's about 1:30, and I just can't get the Pistons off my mind. So if you guys want to see more YouTube videos in 2025, make sure to like and subscribe, show this one support, and hopefully we'll get more like this in the future. Thank you guys.